am pushing record and we are going. Catherine, thank you so, so much for having me in your group today. This is amazing. And all of the lives that you have been doing for like the past month and a half have just been over the top fantastic. And really, today, we're just kind of putting some additional strategies in place because I know some folks in here are thinking about launching their business in 2019. Some of you may have already launched, but you're looking for a couple of tweaks here and there. And so I hope to share with you today things that, well, I know that you could implement today, like right now, as soon as we hop off the call, and they would start working for you. But let me go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here, and then let me click here so you can see my slides. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the replay viewers. Hey guys, thanks for taking some time and watching today's masterclass. So what are we talking about? We're talking about business strategy gold. Okay, so they're not my pearls, it's my gold that I'm sharing with you today. All right, my promise to you is I'm going to show you how to maximize your most valuable asset. If you have seen or heard me talk at all, you know that is your time. And today we're talking about your potential clients' time, okay? So the fact is that we all have the same 168 hours a week. Sometimes in our heads in Nirvana land, we think that we have 1,000 hours and we can do all of the things. We cannot. 168 hours a week. And it really is how you use those hours in your week that makes all the difference in the world. Spending time building your business should be both productive and efficient. Give me an amen. I know. So that you don't waste your time, money, and more importantly, your motivation. You don't stress yourself out. You don't burn yourself out. So today's masterclass is for, I kind of qualified it at the very beginning, but it's business owners that are starting their service-based business. So, you know, at the end of the year, as we turn into 2019, it's such a sense of renewal and excitement and launch and things that are coming. So if this is you, this masterclass is for you, including coaches and consultants, business owners who have some tools or systems in place, but aren't using them to their full capacity, and business owners that are like, I'm ready to take the next step. Heck yes, count me in. I'm ready to start scaling. So in order to maximize our time together, and I'm like really hoping, because this is a different window for me, turn off your cell phone, turn off your Facebook notifications. I promise to get to the meat and potatoes and lay out actionable steps that you can start seeing results from like literally today, okay? And as my 12-year-old son would say, ain't nobody got time for fluff, right? So just really quickly, guys, I'm not going to tell you too much about myself, but just who am I? Who is this girl? My name is Rhonda Melogy. If we haven't met, I define myself with my why. I am a homeschooling soccer mom that had 4 children in 5 years. So yes, we had a ton of diapers all at one time. Would never change that for the world. Over the past 16 years, I have built a business that is larger. And if you're in the States, you know, so larger than your local Target. You were probably at Target yesterday buying Christmas. So that's how big my event is. Serves thousands of families twice a year and is literally only opened 8 days a year. 8 days a year. That's it. I love it. It's fantastic. But in the past year, I'd say year and a half, I co-founded a tech membership site with Abby Ashley, and we service over 650 service providers in this community. It's amazing. I love it. I literally, it's awesome. I've coached other sale owners to launch and scale their events. And then I've also coached hundreds of service providers at all stages, from both beginning their business, launching their business, to scaling their business. So I want to set the stage for you. All right. So I want you to imagine a day in the life of your business where you have a marketing strategy that helps you stand out to your ideal client. It's like a neon sign saying, hey, it's me. It's me that you want to pick. You have a system to funnel potential clients. Oh my goodness, that just gets me giddy. A system to funnel potential clients into an application process that pre-qualifies them before you share your scheduling link. I know that is a completely different way of thinking about a discovery call, but stick with me, okay? You're not going to be wasting your time on leads that are not a good fit, and we're going to get into it today. You work from a discovery call sales script. I know you're getting now. That keeps your track on call and closes the sale, but gives you the confidence. It puts you in the alpha position, which is where you want to be. Those discovery calls should be 15, no longer than 30 minutes. If you are on discovery calls that are lasting 45 minutes, an hour, guys, you're giving away strategy. Okay, we're going to talk about that today. And stop wasting time by reinventing the wheel every time you sit down to onboard a new client. Like, you do the happy dance, everybody is excited, but then you're like, wait, where is this? Where is that? Where do I go for this? Did I remember here? Did I do all of the steps, right? So everybody's like, yes, this is nirvana. I want in. Show me the ways. My role here today is I'm going to walk you through the system that I have used really for 16 years and counting now to systematize my client acquisition process. Now that sounds like all kind of business formal. And what that really means is how I bring people into my business and to work with you to finesse how you bring people into your business. So if you are tired of doing the same thing, getting the same results, and you're ready to take action, let's do it. All right. So what I'm going to cover today, 3 things. Number 1, a secret strategy I use to secure a discovery call and actually help me launch the tech membership site with Addie. The simple action that leverages your time with a qualified discovery call, and the strategy of implementing the workhorse of your business, and that is how to create workflows. Guys, this stuff gets me so excited. You can tell. I'm from the South. When I get excited, you're going to see a lot of hands flailing, and I start to talk really fast. So I'll try to dial it back because I really do love this stuff. Grab a notebook, a pen, and let's get started. So what is the secret strategy that I used to launch a business with over 650 members in it today? And that was a video message. Stick with me. It's a simple strategy with a big impact. Why? You know why. Video is relatable. It's what we talk about. Facebook Live, Insta Stories, Insta TV, all of those things. Video is where it is at. Video distinguishes you from the 30 other messages that potential client receives, and your trust factor is through the roof. So let me break the strategy down. We're going to go step by step by step. Okay. So the first thing is, you are in a private Facebook group and you see that somebody wants a Pinterest manager, and you're like, that is me. This is my person, right? So what you're going to do is you will click on their profile. Now, more than likely, you don't know this person. And so by clicking on the profile, the next thing that you are going to want to do, you see that little hand. So you're going to wave. What that does is now it's going to open that line of communication between you and your potential client, right? And you're going to follow it up with a video message. And you're like, well, Rhonda, what do I say? Well, here's the thing. When someone posts that they are looking for a Pinterest manager, and you see 30 or 40 comments and people tagging people and all that sort of stuff, what stands out to them? Nothing is standing out to them. This video message is going to stand out to them because you're going to say, hey, I'm Rhonda. I saw that you posted here and that you were looking for a Pinterest manager. You're going to connect your skill set with what they need in 15 seconds and close the video. That's it. But you have already distinguished yourself from everyone else. We can see them. We can see all of their stuff, but they can't see anybody. And so what this video message is, it's your virtual handshake. You're saying, hey, I'm a person too. I care enough to take time to send you a message. Let's keep going with the strategy, because we're not going to just let the Facebook Messenger be our only marketing tool that we use. Okay. So the second step is that you're going to take that little video and you're going to follow up with an email. So now you're in the messenger and now you're in their inbox and you continue to follow up. That's the next question. When do I follow up, Rhonda? I didn't hear from her today, so that must mean that she doesn't want me. No, that is not the case. You follow up the next day and you continue to follow up until you get a no. You don't know what's going on the other side of the internet, right? They could have a sick child. They could be completely swamped. Who knows? Follow up until you get a no and just keep going, guys. It's just going to build your confidence going through the system over and over again. And it's a system. My students, what I try to do with my students and my clients, and even, the stuff that I do within my Facebook group, is I try to create repeatable systems that you could use at any stage of your business. Guys, there are people with 7-figure businesses that are using the video strategy now to reach out to do a joint partnership with people. And that's because we're inundated in email, we're inundated here, and there is no connection anymore. And that's what video can do for you. And you're like, well, do I need fancy equipment? How do I do this? Guys, the only thing you need is right here. The extension of your body, which is your phone. That is all you need in order to implement this really easy strategy, guys. It didn't even cost you any money. Doesn't even cost you any money. And okay, let me just keep going because I'm getting excited. I'm getting ahead of myself, okay? The system works, and look how I'm like every single time. The reason I know my students are getting results from it, I've secured from $1,200, and it's over $100,000 now, with a video message. And if you say, well, I don't really have time, friends, do you not have time to secure a $1,200, $2,400 contract, launch a $100,000 business? I've literally been in my car outside of a costume shop with my son, and I sent a video message that secured, it was a $2,400 contract to do tech tutorials. I have been outside my chicken coop when someone was posting for email sequences, but I went outside of the email sequences, and I had to stop because I wanted to work with this person. And when I launched that video, when I sent the video to Abby, we have been doing a home renovation now for 4 years. There literally was no pretty spot in my house, with the exception of some pretty curtains that I had made. They made a really nice backdrop. I put my computer in front of that. I dressed myself that day, right? I got out of the yoga pants and clicked that video, and it changed my life. That video literally changed my life. That is how, I only share with you things that I know absolutely work, and this is one that does work. And I want to kind of go over some of the objections that you might be thinking right now. Well, I'm not comfortable on camera, Rhonda. You got a discovery call coming at the end of that rainbow, so we need to get you comfortable on camera. I don't have time for that. We just talked about all of the different places, from my crazy house to my chicken coop to my car, that I sent a video message. Well, what if they don't reply? You follow up and you move on. Guys, you can't take it personally if they don't follow back up with you. I will say, no, nothing is a guarantee, but more than likely you are going to at least get that initial response back, because you have already distinguished yourself from the 30 other people that have applied. The other thing that I am going to say to you as a Pinterest manager is that if you're in a group and you see 30 or 40 people that have already commented on a post and you think, I shouldn't apply. You do not know the quality of their work. You don't know anything about these people. You're just looking at the number and you're letting that overwhelm you. Don't defeat yourself before you even get started. Okay? All right. So that's number one. Whoop, whoop. Okay, here we go. We're going to recap. The number one strategy to get your potential client's attention is a video message. It distinguishes yourself from everyone else that is applying for the position. And the video messaging is a strategy that works at any stage of your business. Use it today before you launch. Use it when you're making 6 figures, okay? It works. Okay, so how can you leverage time? Now, I love maximizing time because I don't have a lot of it. I want you to take a moment. We're going to go back to Nirvana land. This is actually hot mess land, okay? Think about like the current system that you are using if you've launched your service-based business, okay? Market. Someone is interested. You scramble, you send them your scheduling link. Your schedule is wide open. You are basically like a doctor on call, but you're not getting paid like a doctor, okay? You scramble to research like all of the information. You have no idea. They want Pinterest. What do they want with Pinterest? Have they worked with someone? I don't know. It is #stressful. And then there's no plan or direction for the call. And sometimes you're ghosted. What does that mean? They just don't even show up. That is not the way that I want you to maximize your time. So we're going to turn that on a dime. Let's take a look. See, I get ahead of myself. I'm just going to say it's a two-step system. Step number one, instead of sending your scheduling link, and I used to say passing it out like Halloween candy, you're going to share a client intake form. It's basic questions. Your name, your website, what are your goals? What are you looking for? What's your start date? What's your budget? All of the things that would take 15 to 30 minutes on a discovery call, you're going to go ahead, you're going to have your potential client do that work. It's going to focus them. It's going to put some skin in the game for them, and they are more likely to show up for that discovery call. All right, let's keep going. Step number two. See, I'm already ahead of myself. The potential client is now invested. They're focused on exactly what they're looking for. 9 times out of 10, you see some people who have never worked with the service provider, and they will literally put a job description that will replace themselves, and they only want to pay you like $12 an hour, and they only want 5 hours a month. You know, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, what? No, you want someone who is serious about their business and wants your service, right? That potential client, and this is the most important thing, they're doing that work that you're scrambling to find all of the information, you're guessing on what they want. They're doing all of that work for you. And by using this client intake form, you're creating a system, you're distinguishing yourself, right? Number two, you're distinguishing yourself from everybody else that's out there. But here is the kicker, and this is the important part. It's not just using that client intake form. Step number three, if the client matches your skill set and qualifies, only then do you send them a scheduling link. Friends, not everybody is your ideal client. There is enough people out there for you to work with. You do not have to hop on a call with everyone. There are red flags. If they have never, ever, 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 ever had a service provider, if they're only looking to pay $12 to $15 an hour, if they're only wanting 5 hours a month, those are red flags. What is that saying? That is saying that they are not generating consistent income, which means it doesn't matter how amazing you are. They're going to be so excited when you initially come on board, but at the end of the month, when you go to invoice them, they're going to find every fault in the book because they don't have money to pay you. Okay? And what's ultimately going to happen, all of that time, all of that energy that you have invested, it's gone. But more importantly, I want to protect your self-esteem about your work, because that's going to make you feel bad about yourself, because you're like, well, why did they fire me? I was doing a great job. I really love what I do. What happened? It wasn't you. It was the fact that they were not generating consistent income in their business to bring you on. Okay? So that is so, so important. And I have 2 templates that I use. When I look at the form, I'm like, yes, I would love to hop on a discovery call. I call it a coffee chat. You can call it a discovery call. I'd love to hop on a call with you. Here is my scheduling link. Please pick a time that works best for your schedule. I can't wait to find out more about you and your business. Like, that's literally the template, right? For the decline, I really appreciate the time that you took to fill out the client questionnaire. However, I don't think we are a good fit right now. Here are 3 resources that I think would benefit you and your business. And maybe one of those resources is an affiliate link. All right. You know if it's a good fit or if it's not a good fit. And maybe in the beginning of your business, it may be hard to tell, but friends, it only takes one. It only takes one. And you're like, I totally understand what she was saying. Yes, I buy in. I'm going to use a client intake form now. I know that this really is counterintuitive because everybody else is doing what? Send in their scheduling link. They may do the client intake form, but then they also have the scheduling link. Guys, qualify. Your time is valuable. I'm going to take it one step further. When we talk about a discovery call and being on call all the time, pick one day and pick a time frame. The reason being, a discovery call, what is that? That is a sales call. That is the money. That is your bread and butter. That is your business right there. You need to be in the proper mindset when you sit down on a discovery call. You know, you need to jam out on your favorite tune. You need to get really hyped. You need to feel really good. You need to look really pretty, and you need to be ready to go. You do not need to be running in from the grocery store, putting the kids in front of the TV with all the sugar, throwing the dogs outside, and, you know, just threatening everybody with an inch of their life. No, it's one day and it's a specified period of time. I'm going to go a step further. When you're using Acuity, when you pick that day and you pick that time, you can also make it where 50%, 25%, I forgot, of your time is booked. What does that mean? That means that your potential client, if you want to work with them and they see your schedule, I've got to get on here. It's scarcity. It's scarcity. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but it's that whole psychology, it's that whole attraction of working with people who are successful. And it works every single time. I've had people say it to me, right? And my schedule is booked. So, but I want to give you the pearls that you need. I like to say, I'm your Disney Fast Pass. Like, I want to jump you in front of the line. You don't need to take 3 to 6 months to learn all this stuff. We're learning it right here, right now. All right, so let's just recap. And I'm going to circle back, guys, and answer any questions here at the end as well, okay? You're in control of your business. You set the parameters that qualify your potential client. Not everybody is a good fit. From your initial impression, the video message, the client intake form, guys, you are head and shoulders above the rest. I'm a very competitive person. I'm a soccer mom. I'm a very competitive person, and I want to win. I want you to win. And these are the strategies to get you there. We pick one day a week. We pick a time frame. You send out that initial intake form, and then you decide if you're going to schedule the call. Easy, easy. You guys like it? Let me see. Easy. Come on, give me some love if you think that's easy. I'm like, wait, people don't think that's easy. Yes, okay. People think it's easy. All right, let's keep going. Because this is one of my favorites. How do you manage everything? How do you manage everything? There you go. There you go. There's some love. All right. Workflows. Guys, this is my jam. I eat this for breakfast. Let's break it down and let's talk about it. What the heck is a workflow? Because I hear workflow, I hear to-do list, I hear SOP, that's standard operating procedure. I didn't tell you we are a military family too, 20-year service. So what the heck is a workflow? As women, we are fantastic to-do list generators. And you know, when we do our to-do list, we do our to-do list when we get overwhelmed, when we have especially like right now, the holidays, we've got Christmas, we've got meal planning, we've got school, we've got kids, we've got spouses, we've got partners, business, all of this stuff. We carry everything around in our heads, or we lug around a pretty planner, or we do printables, right? Printable planners. There is a big difference between the to-do and the kitchen sink and a workflow. A to-do list is the overwhelming brain dump with the kitchen sink. A workflow is a sequence of steps to complete a specific task, okay? I'm gonna repeat it again. I feel like a teacher. A sequence of steps to complete a specific task, but it's really, really important that you understand what the difference between the two are. A workflow in your business, I want you to think about it as a how-to manual. And as solopreneurs, we don't have a manual, right? We have got to figure the stuff out ourselves. Workflows can be documents, they can be videos, checklists, they could be manual, or they could be automated. And we're going to get into how to create them, and I'm going to give you an example. So how do you create a workflow? See, I just got ahead of myself. 4-step. It's a 4-step system. Number 1, we're going to list all the tools and resources needed to finish the task. Everything that you need to finish the one task. Number 2, list every step taken to mark the task complete. So step by step, you're going to try it, then you're going to tweak it, and you're going to optimize it, and you're going to repeat it again. The example, the real life example that I love to give when we're talking about workflows, and I hope everybody knows what this is, because I've done this before and some folks didn't know what it was. When I say how to make a peanut butter sandwich, whatever kind of sandwich, okay? So now you're sitting there, the tools and resources. Okay, so what are those? They're the bread, the peanut butter, the knife, the plate, all of the things that you need to make the sandwich with, right? That's your tools and resources, and you're going to record these. The second step is that you're going to write it down step by step by step by step. Now, your sandwich may be different from my sandwich. That's okay. It's what works for me. This is mine. And so I'm going to go step by step by step. Then I'm going to try it. Did it work? Did I make a peanut butter sandwich? If I need to tweak it, I could do that, because the next time when I do it, then it's going to be even better than the first. Now, why in the world would you want to do something like this? It's because you're doing the process over and over and over again. You produce a consistent product, number one. Number two, when you have limited time, your time and energy is focused just on this list of things that you need to do to complete that one task, right? And you get fast. You get really efficient with your time. You dial that thing down until it hums. And I know this because even if you think my offline event where I cap registration, it's interesting. I just realized that. I cap registration at 650 consigners for my offline event, and we have 650 members for my online membership. I just realized that, sorry. I had to create workflows, and I had to delegate those workflows because I could not manage all of that on my own. It is a mini city that literally just moves and swarms, and we open and we close all in 8 days. We are only open for 4 days of actual selling. We have over 120,000 items at 15 different registers. I don't have to tell you the sales to know it's a lot of stuff. And how do you manage all of that chaos? You do it with this simple little tool that you make. It's a workflow. Okay. So now we're going to go through that 4-step process, because I know people thinking about launching their business. I know people who have already launched their business, and they may question, because it's one of the things we don't do all the time, which is onboard clients. And you may feel, do I have all the steps? Am I missing something? We're going to go through how to create a workflow. And the example we're going to use is client onboarding. All right. So what are the tools and resources that we need to onboard a new client? We need templates, a contract, invoice, how I work document, an invitation to set up communication. I recommend Slack, maybe sometimes Voxer, Google Folder. I'm a Trello lover. I'm very visual. And LastPass to share passwords. So if you have never used LastPass, LastPass is where your client sets up a LastPass account and then shares passwords with you, okay? So those are all the tools and resources that we need. Everything is right there. The steps. The first thing, we send a welcome email and an invoice. What is really, really important, and what expedites all of this, is that you have templates. When you have templates, you can move very, very, very quickly, which when you onboard a new client, you don't want to take 2 hours to do that. Why? Well, how much are you getting paid an hour? $30 an hour? Do you want to pay your client $60 to have them work for you? Do you see, by putting the system in place, by having these templates in place, how now we can quickly move through it? Number 2, send an invoice and you wait. You absolutely wait before proceeding. Then you send a how I work document. It's a template. You send an invitation for communication with a client. I will stress this again, get out of email. If you were currently using email to communicate with your client, that can be a hot mess. Use Slack. It's all organized. You can attach documents. You can star things. You can search things. You can add Loom videos. It's a beautiful thing. Get out of email. Get into Slack. It's a free tool. Okay? We're not done yet. We're going to schedule a strategy meeting. And as Pinterest managers, you guys want to be establishing, what are the goals? And when you're putting your packages together, which Catherine did a fantastic, I commented, I love this. This is amazing. How to come up with your rate, how to come up with your package pricing. But scheduling that strategy meeting and building in time for things like the strategy meeting when you put those packages together, right? And also putting into place your templates for reporting back analytics, right? Now, you're going to implement a workflow to complete the contracted work. So what we're creating right here is a workflow just for client onboarding. If you're a Pinterest manager, then you should have a workflow for optimizing someone's account. You should have a workflow for your tasks that you do in terms of pinning. You should have a workflow for promoted pins. And I'm going to pause here for just a second. No promoted pins. That is, guys, it has blown my mind. I spent 39 cents and made $44. I have moved away from Facebook ads. It just was spending way too much money in Facebook ads. You can do more with less. It's more quality with Pinterest. You already know that. I know Catherine has talked about that. I know it's in Catherine's course, but I just have to say how important as we are moving into 2019. Guys, I know that Pinterest is behind in terms of like an ad platform like Facebook, but know it, learn it, know it like the back of your hand. It is huge. If I can spend 39 cents and make $44 and they're low cost products, that's amazing to me. All right. All right, let's get back on. Send a handwritten thank you note. I love handwritten thank you notes, sending those to my clients. It's that special touch, just like the video message, just like the client intake form. I want to distinguish myself from everybody that they have ever worked with. They're going to get a handwritten thank you note from me. You're going to send deliverables via Google Folder. That was one of our tools that we were using. Do it ahead of time. Send a monthly check-in. You're going to use a template for that. The monthly billing, and then the client testimonial. My recommendation for a client testimonial is that, and I don't want you to stress, if you're launching your business, don't stress about having testimonials on your website. That is not going to make or break your business. It's going to be great when you do have testimonials and you can add those. My recommendation is that you use a questionnaire. And you want to use a questionnaire because you can ask specific questions about the work that you completed. A lot of times when you're asking clients for a testimonial, they, I don't know what to say. She was great. Really ask specific questions about the work you've completed and you will really get a good testimonial. You can ask them if you can use their answers to put together the testimonial, ask them to add a headshot. If you can get on a video with them, even better. All right. But that's it. All right, so let's take a look. We've got all of these steps down. Try it. Did it work? And if you need to, if something wasn't clear to your client or there was a little snag, a little hang up, modify it a little bit, right? If there's a new tool that has come out that will streamline it even further, add it. Do you need anything else? And then you implement it with the next client. You do this over and over and over again. You need to feel like your workflow is the system that you stick with. However, even 16 years later, I'm still tweaking my workflows, okay? It's not a rigid system. It's a system to guide you. It's your how-to guide, but you can always update that, okay? Boom, drop the mic. So we just went through 3 simple strategies. Guys, you can implement these today. You could send a video message today. You could very quickly, with a Google form, with the type form, they're both free services. You could create your client intake form with those 2 tools. And then workflows. Workflows will take a little bit longer, but it's definitely at any stage of your business. One of the beautiful things about workflows is that when you create them now and you're going to book out your services, right? What does that mean? It means that in order for you to open capacity and have more clients, then you might want to start building a team. Well, oh my gosh, I've got to tell somebody how I do everything. You've got a workflow. All you got to do is to add a video to it, walk somebody through it, and guess what? You've got a tutorial. That is maximizing your time. Mind blown. Okay? Workflows carry the workload of your business and give you a roadmap. So you're like, what? This is amazing. How do I get started? So I've shared with you the 3 strategies that I know that you can start implementing today. to both launch in 2019 and to scale if you guys are currently running your Pinterest management services. It's the tip of the iceberg, really, when it comes to that how-to, that business manual. Those strategies alone are not going to solve all of the problems for developing all of the systems that you need to take your business to the next level. So I want to introduce to you a product, my signature product, which is the Perfect Pitch. The Perfect Pitch is a step-by-step, and I know you're like really surprised. It's a step-by-step system, including all the tech and templates to organize your service business. It is marketing. It's a marketing strategy that helps you stand out in a crowded market. It implements that discovery call system that qualifies your potential client, and you implement that client onboarding system. It is really your one-stop shop to focus on the most important part of your business, and that is bringing in clients. It's your moneymaker. Your service that you're offering, it's your moneymaker, getting in front of the right person. Here's just a really quick testimonial from Brandy. Just got off my first kickoff call with a client. Thank you so much for making the perfect pitch. I felt super organized and was able to show her how I work, the system I have in place, and now I feel confident in managing my workflow. I can't wait to dive into the rest of it. She skipped straight to the client onboarding. And she will say now, if you tag Brandy and you ask Brandy, she's like, if I get on with you with a discovery call, you will be my client. She just has that much confidence in the strategies that she implements to secure clients. So let's just talk about like what's included, because I know I gave you some strategies today that you can implement, but let's talk specifically what is in the perfect pitch. Number one, we're going to set you up for success. You've got the success group. You've got support, but what I have done is Trello is my love. And so for every module on a Trello board, there will be a link to that course. So whether you are on your phone, your tablet, or your computer, you can access everything with a click right there on Trello. Now, when it comes to module 2, this is actually marketing your services. We talked about one way to do that today with that video messaging. I give you 50 different services to offer. Now, obviously, you guys are going to be offering your Pinterest management and promoted pins, 5 places to find new clients, and then 3 steps to the discovery call. One of the things that I highly recommend that you do, and I include in the perfect pitch, is a marketing tracker. And that is listing all of the information. This is going to literally be your marketing roadmap. It's going to tell you what you need to do every single day. Not only did we talk about today that video message, but I give you a sample. I actually give you the sample of the one that I did outside the costume shop, and I secured that $2,400 contract to do tech tutorials. But beyond that, I give you, or I share with you, the video message script. So I help you put one of those together. And then the other thing, which is so fantastic, is the, especially for Pinterest, managers, is the social billboard method. I did this, and all of the information is in there, and the results are in there for that social billboard method. Now, the discovery call system, and this is really, you know, when you're looking at different courses to take to help you in your business, is this worth it? Should I invest in this? One of the things that I thought about, and working with all of those service providers every day, you're busy. And, you know, I can tell you that you need this, this, and this. In the perfect pitch, I give you all the templates. So when it comes to that client intake form, the template's in there. When it comes to the discovery call sales script, which that intake form, if you are ready to hop on a call, guess what? That discovery call sales script, that feeds right into the script. It's amazing. And having that script in front of you, you become so much more confident in your message. You're in the alpha position. You are guiding that call. And then I also share with you conversational closes. Now, to be honest, I'm an introvert. And you're like, there's no way you're an introvert. I am an introvert. And I'm not a very confrontational person. But back in my professional career, I was a pharmaceutical rep. And I had to go into physicians' offices, sometimes specialty offices, talk with cardiologists, neurologists, and have them write my medication. And I wasn't comfortable saying, will you write my drug? So I had to come up with a way that was comfortable for me to do my job. And one of the most important things that I coach all of my clients and students is that you need to practice. Guys, when I say that I got up in front of my bathroom mirror and I practiced my close over and over and over again till it literally rolled off of my tongue, you have to do that because you're on a video call with someone and they are going to see whether you are confident or whether you are stumbling. And I know if you've already been on the discovery call, you know what that feeling is like. The way that you get over that and the way that you have more confidence is that you practice, and you have a script in front of you, okay? So I share all of that here in the perfect pitch. That invitation to schedule the call, the invitation to decline the call, all of these email templates are in here. How to close the discovery call, and here you go. The common objections. Not only the common objections, but I tell you word for word how to overcome those objections, okay? I also share in there the follow-up email sequence. It's a template. You just plug and send. And it's just a little bit. The real goal of your discovery call is to see if there is a connection between you and your potential client. If what you're offering matches what they're looking for. But you also want to find any objections during this call. You don't want to get off of a call and follow up with an email and you are talking about an objection that they never even thought of. So now you're putting more doubt into their head, right? So the goal of the call is to uncover those objections, get them to agree, close the sale, and move on, all right? And I show you how to do that here in the perfect pitch. And I also share a portfolio template. If you're at this point, you shouldn't need a portfolio template, but just in case a client asks for it, boom, you got it. So then we talk about the onboarding system. So I do this in two different ways here. I know not everybody is a Trello girl. I will try to convince you to be one, but I give you a PDF checklist that you can use, and it's something that hundreds of service providers, they have downloaded it and check, everything off the list. That workflow, everything off the list. And I also provide that in a Trello board. So you can copy it and then you can put it onto your own board. So it's very, very quick. The How I Work Swipe file, that template is in there. How to sign a contract. Guys, if you haven't ever done that, the tool to use and how to use it, how to accept payments, LastPass tutorial. I actually give you a LastPass tutorial that you can share with your client. And so they don't have to fumble and wonder like how to share passwords with you. And you know what, you look like a queen because you're like, okay, I've got a tutorial for you. I'll send it right over right now, right? Boom. The Slack tutorial, show you how to use it, how to set it up. The Google file sharing, Voxer, and then, I mean, boom, the client testimonial questionnaire. I give it all to you in the perfect pitch. And then the bonuses, because you know there are bonuses that have to come with things. Now, if you're a WordPress girl, awesome. But I tried WordPress for like 4 years and I was just like, I can't even do it anymore. So I'm a Squarespace girl. So along with this, and this is kind of like the pearl to the perfect pitch, because the idea is that I don't want you focusing on things that don't make you money. Worrying about your website, worrying about the logo, that does not make you money. What makes you money is hopping on a call with the client, okay? So I want you to get you up and running. The other thing is, this is like one of the most popular questions. How do I name my business? What should I name my business? It's in the Squarespace tutorial, how to name your business, the step-by-step tech to launch your website. Guys, within a weekend, I want your website up and going. Because what it looks like now, and I know Catherine will back me up on this, what your website looks like now, it's not going to look the same 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, okay? So we need to get it up. We need to hit publish and we need to go, right? The About Me page template, it's not about you. And that's the funny thing. It's not about like you and your kids and your dogs and your cats and that you like to work at coffee shops. It's how you can connect your skill set and the success that you've had to what your client is looking for. We talk about the creation of packages and all of the templates that are here in the perfect pitch, uploading them right there to Squarespace to your website, and then how to add testimonials when you get it. But I don't want that to be a stumbling block. I put that on here, but we're not waiting for testimonials. You're not exchanging work for free for a testimonial. Please do not do that. And I may sound harsh, and I apologize for that. I'm not trying. My goal, whether this is for you or not, is to set you up for success. Okay. And I really just want to focus you in on those things that are going to launch your business or to scale your business. Okay. I want your business to do what your dreams are. All right. So that's why I say some of the things the way I say it. I'm not trying to be harsh. I promise. I'm from the South. Okay. Other bonuses. We got the success group, the 4-step system to get the most out of the perfect pitch. And then I also give you a 250 online resource guide. But here's the thing, boom, drop the mic. I just, actually, I emailed Catherine last night. I was like, what do you think about this? And she's like, I think it's fabulous. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I think we should do it. I was like, okay, let's do it. So the fast action bonus is this. Now, I know we're talking Pinterest, but you need to know a little bit about Facebook, okay? So the fast action bonus, and I did this for those folks who are here on the call with us right now in the community, as well as those who may be at work right now, it's good for 24 hours, okay? It's the Facebook bundle, how to set up your Facebook business page. You're like, I already got that. All right, well, between all three of these, it's a 25-page document. It's the Facebook Live Playbook in the same structure that I taught you guys just now for those 3 strategies. And it's the Facebook Community Playbook. If you ever wanted to add these as a service, these are your how-to manuals, I promise, step by step by step. The Facebook Live Playbook actually has a workflow that has 17 steps in it. And that Facebook Community Playbook, I've managed anywhere from a 100-person community to a 20,000-person community. All of my tips, all of my secrets, and really the core of what you need to know about even creating an ambassador program to help you manage a large group like that, it's in the playbook. And it's good for 24 hours, okay? Those are for action takers, both here on the call with us now, as well as 24 hours, all right, for the replay viewers. Sue said, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It had to be good. Thanks for sharing the knowledge, tools, and resources. Your enthusiasm is contagious and appreciated. Now let's talk about value. Whenever I talk about value, I just know that some might be thinking investment in money. And I know right now we're at the holidays and probably the hair on the back of your neck is standing up, right? Everybody's like, yeah, we're going to take a moment to talk about it, okay? So here are the 2 top objections. See, I told you, we're getting it out of the way. We're knocking it down. We're punching it in the face. The 2 top objections to investing in yourself. Number 1, I don't have money to invest. Number 2, fear of failure. Guys, we all have fear of failure. So we're going to talk about your fear. Number 1, time, not money, is your greatest currency. It is. As a homeschool and soccer mom of 4 kids running 2 businesses, time is your most valuable currency. And then number 2, fear of failure. If you do nothing today, if you choose not to invest in building your business, what is going to change? Right? I know that when I'm scared in things that I do in my business, when I feel uncomfortable, I'm going down the right path. And I have felt uncomfortable this year with different things that I've done in my business, and I've gone down the right path. So let's talk about it. The course content, the private Facebook group, the swipe files, the tech tutorials, the hashtag amazing bonuses, including that 24-hour bonus. The value, you're like, okay, I knew it was coming, Rhonda, $9.97, all right? But what we're offering today, typically on my site, you're going to find this at $4.97. Here in this group, in the community, and I'm going to give you the coupon code, it's $2.97. It's the complete system. It's everything that we talked about. And it is in the format like I have taught with you today and I have taught you with this masterclass. So it's the complete system to launch and scale your service business. Jen said, yes, taking the perfect pitch now. It is gold, feeling so much better about launching my business and getting the system in place. My students use words like calm, confidence, organized when they work with me. My systems, they are intentional. They're not fluff. They're not something that I just learned yesterday and I'm turning around and I'm packaging it up in a digital product and selling it. These are things literally that I have been building for 16 years. I know it's hard to tell, right? I'm advanced maternal age. But literally, guys, it's things that I know that work. My students get results from it, and they're things that I use in my business myself. My guarantee to you is it's a 14-day money-back guarantee. Let me be totally upfront with you. When we're talking about the bonus, that little Squarespace Pearl, that is released after the 14 days. Okay, I'm just going to be upfront with you. You get everything in the dashboard. So as soon as you click the link, you're going to go, it's on the Teachable dashboard. And I will say that sometimes Teachable's been a little funny here lately. So when you go, it may ask you to confirm in an email, and then you go back to the checkout page. But it accepts PayPal or it accepts a credit card. And I am going to give you your coupon code that you need to save $200. But my systems, they're intentional, they are strategic, they're focused. Guys, there are things that you can use right now, and there are things that you can use when you're scaling your business. I don't like to do things that are one and done. I don't like to string you along. I like to give you what you need now and help you build that solid foundation. It was important to me. I didn't have it 16 years ago when I launched my first business. And I know what, golly, I wish this opportunity was around when I did what I did back then. So what's next? You've got two choices. Number one, you can invest in the perfect pitch. You can have that complete system that we talked about and be up and running in 30 days or less. Especially with that website, if you guys don't have it, you need that, right? Or, and there's nothing wrong, you can continue to DIY your business. What I have found with my students, if they continue to DIY, doing the same thing that they've been doing, getting the same results that they've been getting, but they have the same questions that keep tripping them up. And that's the thing. The perfect pitch community, if you have a problem, if you're talking about a pitch or you're wondering what you need for a discovery call, you're going to have your discovery call checklist. You're going to have your discovery call sales script. We're in the community there to help you. Okay. Is the perfect pitch right for me? This kind of circles back to what we talked about when we first started. If you're starting or you're thinking about launching, maybe you've launched and you've got a couple of these things, but you know that it's not as solid as it could be, or even if you're ready to scale and you need to get these systems in place. You need to have workflows in place, guys. You need to have systems in place in order to scale your business. The perfect pitch is right for you. Again, it's over $9.97 value. It is $2.97, and your coupon code is Pinterest. But it would make it really easy. Pinterest. Pinterest is going to be your coupon code. When you go to checkout, you want to make sure that you do that, because the checkout will show $4.97 and you'll be like, what? That's not what she said. Make sure you put that coupon code of Pinterest in. All right. So you're like, heck yes, I'm in. I know with Zoom, you probably don't have the code. I'll have to double check to see. But Catherine and I both, we will share the link for you to go check out. Make sure you use that Pinterest code for checkout to save that $200. That 24-hour bonus is in play like right now for my live viewers and my replay viewers. I'm going to look really quickly here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can see all my polka dots and my big sunburst back there. Let me see just really quickly here if we've got any questions. Oh, look at you, Hope. Okay. See if we got, I love meat and potatoes, homeschooling for kids. Yeah, we've homeschooled for almost going on 11 years. My son is he's taking the SAT. We've applied to colleges and universities, and we are going to the mailbox daily. And we're actually going to visit a college tomorrow. So I'm very excited, and I'm very nervous. Yes, the client intake form, that's the way to qualify your client. That is the way to qualify. Don't send your scheduling link out anymore. Hey, Teresa. Teresa's in the perfect pitch. Look at you. Look at all these friends in here. Look at this, Catherine. I love Catherine. I loved, from the very beginning when Catherine and I met, we met through Savvy Tech, and guys, you couldn't be in a better place. She really, business doesn't have to be complicated, and she really has such a nice streamlined approach to business. You don't have to hustle and hustle and hustle all the time to accomplish your goals. You're in the right place, especially Pinterest management. And I'm telling you, promoted pins, you cannot beat 39 cents for $44. That's crazy. I think the click-through rate on that thing was like 2 crazy time, like 7.3 or something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So if you've got any questions really quickly here, we've been on for an hour. I want to be respectful of your time. Just post it here, and I am glad to answer anything for you. I will go ahead. I'm here in the community, and so for replay viewers, if you guys have any specific questions, you can put them in the comments. You can also feel free to email Catherine, email myself, hello@multitaskingmaven.com, and I will be glad to help. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was helpful. Again, actionable strategies that you guys can be implementing today. The perfect pitch, let's launch 2019 in a big way. Don't forget, Pinterest is your coupon code to save $200. That's credit card or using PayPal. All right. Thank you, guys.